Welcome to this explainer. Okay, if you've been anywhere near a British nail salon lately, you know there is a massive nail craze going on right now. Today, we're taking the reigning champion of natural overlays, BIAB, and putting it right up against the traditional heavy hitter, hard gel. We're stripping away all the marketing fluff to find out what your nails actually need to thrive.
So, BAAB or hard gel, which is actually better for your nails? Let's be honest, looking at a modern salon menu feels a bit like reading a different language, right? It is so easy to just walk in asking for a quick color fix, when what you really need is a long-term strategy for genuine nail health. By the end of this, you're gonna know exactly how to answer this question for yourself.
Here's how we're breaking this explainer down today. First, the UK nail craze. Then we'll meet the contenders. After that, it's the structural showdown, the truth about growth, and finally, which should you choose? Let's jump right in.
Part 1. The UK nail craze.
So, BIAB. It was actually popularized back in 2019 by a London-based brand called the Gel Bottle Inc. And wow, it spread like wildfire. It's literally the treatment clients ask for by name now. But why the massive obsession? Well, for years, we were stuck in this awful cycle of constant standard gel polish applications, right? The kind that just left our natural nails completely thinned out, peeling, and weak. BIAB stepped in to replace all of that. It totally focuses on a clean, minimal, and natural aesthetic.
All right, section 2, meet the contenders.
First up in the ring is BIAB. And if you're wondering, that stands for Builder in a Bottle. Now, technically speaking, it's a soak-off builder gel. You apply it right onto the natural nail as a protective, reinforcing overlay. Think of it as a UV or LED curing gel that's much thicker than your standard polish. It's specifically designed to build a little bit of an arch, seal up that free edge, and basically create this protective dome against all your daily stress.
And in the other corner, we have the heavyweight hard gel. This is a non-soak-off, UV or LED curing enhancement system. It produces a completely non-porous, extremely durable surface, and it has been an absolute professional staple for decades. The biggest difference here? It's the chemistry. Once it cures, hard gel creates this tightly cross-linked polymer structure. It is chemically impervious. You absolutely cannot soak this stuff off with acetone. No way. It is built for unbending durability.
To really put this into perspective, let's think about traditional shellac for a second. Shellac is just a hybrid gel polish. It's thinner, it offers absolutely zero structural reinforcement, and it's really just focused on color. BIB, on the other hand, is a thicker overlay that provides genuine structural support. It focuses on growth and protection. So while both of them soak off in acetone, only BIB gives you that thick armor that weak, brittle nails desperately need to survive everyday life.
Moving on to section 3, the structural showdown. Let's literally put them head-to-head across a few key features. First up, flexibility. BIAB actually retains some flex to move with your natural nail when you bump your hand, whereas hard gel is highly rigid, creating serious structural resistance. Next is removability. BIAB safely soaks off in acetone in about 15 to 20 minutes. Hard gel? It's non-porous, so it requires professional filing. And finally, extensions. BIAB can handle minor tip extensions, just a few millimeters. But hard gel, that builds genuine self-supporting length.
And you know, this brings us to a massive salon myth we really need to bust. BIAB can extend a nail, but only by a few millimeters. Hard gel builds centimeters of self-supporting length. BIAB is fantastic, sure, but it is primarily an overlay. It simply doesn't have the structural density for long extensions. If you want that dramatic length, hard gel is absolutely the undisputed champion.
All right, section 4, the truth about growth. Time for a reality check. There's a brilliant quote to keep in mind here. The mechanism by which BIAB supports nail growth is protective rather than biological. Let's be super clear. No topical gel magically accelerates your biology. What BIAB actually does is remove the braking mechanism. It acts like a little crash helmet for your nails so your natural growth can finally happen without everything snapping the second you try to open a soda can.
So what does a real BIAB journey actually look like? Well, in month 1, your nail plate is really just beginning to recover from previous damage under that protective dome. By months 2 and 3, that's when genuine length finally starts emerging. And by months 4 through 6, that's when you get that visible, natural free edge, and severely damaged nails are completely transformed. The real secret to this timeline, though, sticking to strict 4-week appointments and basically drowning your cuticles in daily oil.
But we also have to talk about the stress on your nails over a full year. Step 1,
BIAB removal. This is a gentle acetone soak-off for about 15 to 20 minutes, completely without forceful scraping. Step 2, hard gel removal. This requires precision professional filing, leaving just a paper-thin product layer to protect the nail plate. Because soaking off requires way less mechanical friction than monthly e-filing, the cumulative stress on your nail over a year is generally much lower with BIAB.
Which brings us to our final part, Section 5. Which should you choose?
Before we talk about your specific nail type, let's talk budgets. A BIB appointment generally runs between £30 and £55. Hard gel, which often involves complex sculpted extensions, ranges from £50 to £90 or more. Because BIB focuses on overlays, it's definitely the more cost-accessible option for a monthly routine.
So, who is the ideal candidate for BIAB? You're going to love it if your natural nails are thin, peeling, or damaged. It's an absolute lifesaver if you're recovering from acrylics or really aggressive gel removal. It's also perfect if your nails consistently break before reaching a comfortable length, or if you just prefer a really natural aesthetic with that easy soak-off removal.
On the flip side, you absolutely need hard gel if you want genuine extension length way beyond the natural free edge. It's crucial if you have an active lifestyle, especially in wet environments, or if you work with harsh cleaning chemicals. If you need maximum structural rigidity, or if you require a set that's going to hold up for 3+ weeks under heavy daily mechanical stress, hard gel is for sure your system.
One quick but incredibly vital health note before we wrap up. Many BIAB brands now offer HEMA-free formulations. These offer a highly accessible, sensitive skin-friendly option without the airborne filing dust of hard gel. If you have any sort of acrylate sensitivity, combining a HEMA-free BIAB with a gentle, dust-free soak-off is quite literally the safest route you can take in the salon. Which leaves us with one big question. Is your current nail treatment just masking damage, or is it actively protecting your natural growth? Now that you know the hidden chemistry and the real structural limits of these salon favorites, you've got the power to make the right choice. Take a hard look at your long-term nail health strategy before you book that next appointment. What other beauty routines might be hiding their true chemistry from you? Keep asking those questions. Thanks for joining this explainer, and we'll catch you on the next one.